This report is brought to you by Cerule, makers of a new category of plant-based products scientifically proven to naturally increase the number of adult stem cells in circulation. This offers a variety of benefits to reduce the effects of human aging. I have a nagging tennis injury, a rotator cuff shoulder problem. Surgery is pretty iffy, so I've been a long-time user of glucosamine products. They don't help much, but that has been my only alternative. So I gave it a try. The rep told me that it would usually take several months before any noticeable difference would occur. First week, nothing. Second week, maybe a little better. But then by the third week, all of a sudden I realized it was a lot better. All I can say is Stem Enhance has worked for us, and non-invasively. Yes, I could have paid $5,000 to have a stem cell injection into my shoulder, but it wears off. Why not stimulate the body's natural ability to generate the stem cells itself, which then travel naturally wherever they are needed for a fraction of the cost? One visit to a doctor can cost more than a month's supply of this product. There's a lot of science behind this. I wouldn't be advertising it otherwise. This works. Check out their website at billstill.cerule.com. There's also a 30-day money-back guarantee on a single bottle purchase, so you can try it risk-free.
Good morning. I'm still reporting on the coup. Last night, Mark Levin blasted the Biden administration for deceiving the American people by what he implied is a shell game funding of the Hamas terrorists who attacked Israel 9 days ago. I'm going to give you just a little bit of his show last night because it's so divergent from the bulk of the regular disinformation that the U.S. mainstream media has been feeding you for years that unless you are way more informed than me or are a well-informed Jew living in Israel, this will be brand new information to you, and it will be shocking. So here's Mark Levin's blast number 1 from last night. It's only 12 seconds long.
They haven't changed a single damn thing with respect to tens of billions of dollars flowing into Iran. They won't even admit Iran's behind it when Hezbollah and Hamas say Iran's behind it.
So can it be true that Slow and Brandon may actually be doing everything they can to empower Iran into getting a nuke that will then be immediately sent hurtling into the middle of Israel, changing the world forever? More Ben Shapiro. This clip is 51 seconds.
It is amazing that the Biden administration's absolute carryover from the Obama administration, their deep, deep abiding desire to cut some sort of pusillanimous and cowardly deal with the Iranians has led to this impasse and has led to this violence.
It may actually be worse than that. In my opinion, Slobama and Brandon are not just trying to cut a cowardly deal with the Iranians. Wake up. They may be actually working for the Iranians, as well as the Chinese, to dethrone freedom-loving America. So can it be true that Brandon may actually be doing everything they can to empower Iran into getting a nuke that will then be immediately sent hurtling into the middle of Israel, changing the world forever? More Ben Shapiro. This clip is 51 seconds.
And the fact that they haven't changed strategy with regard to taxpayer dollars flowing to, for example, the Palestinian Authority, and they're pretending this away. They're pretending the Palestinian Authority is not allied with Hamas, that they don't have the same intentions as Hamas. The Palestinian Authority, from inception, it began as the PLO, called for the extermination of the state of Israel. Hamas, in its charter, calls for the extermination of the state of Israel. Islamic Jihad, in its charter, calls for the extermination of the state of Israel. And all of these are the governing parties here. The fact that American taxpayer dollars are on both sides of this, right? Americans are paying for the rearmament of Israel, and they're also paying for Hamas to generate its rockets. They have been for years. I mean, your taxpayer dollars were being sent to the Gaza Strip, and Hamas was promptly taking those taxpayer dollars, because dollars are fungible, and using them for whatever the hell they wanted to use them for. Now, that should be a cause of mass outcry. The fact that, again, the Biden administration hasn't immediately talked about turning off the spigot is totally insane.
So this may have started with Slobama and maybe even Hillary Flintlock before him, but completely turned around by Trump, then restarted by Brandon. The American government has been shoveling money to Iran and its proxy terror groups for decades. Why is that important? Because they want to use these, as Ben Shapiro phrased it, these genocidal maniacs, to be the next cannon fodder army for their New World Order. More along these lines in our next report, just outside the citadel of world freedom. Good morning.